Fighting games. When you hear the term, what's the first game that comes to mind? Mortal Kombat? Tekken? Maybe. But the one you might be most familiar with is Street Fighter. While not the first game of this genre, Street Fighter II is widely considered to be the most influential fighting game of all time, paving the way for every fighting game that followed it. So, as a company, what do you do when you've struck gold in the gaming industry? Well, first of all, you make a movie that gets critical acclaim from both critics and audiences alike. But then, you make sequels and spin-offs of your successful IP. And one of these spin-offs was in collaboration with Marvel. Street Fighter vs. X-Men marks a very important moment in FGC history. Being both the very first collaboration fighter, yes, the first, predating even Smash Bros. 64 by almost 3 years, and the very first tag fighter. Street Fighter vs. X-Men would mark the start of a beloved franchise in the fighting game community.
Brandon versus Potter, what's the 10? 400. Marvel, baby! He's close, baby. Philly, where you at?
Marvel vs. Capcom is considered by many to be one of the greatest fighting game franchises of all time. And just as Street Fighter II was the main blueprint to the fighting games that followed, Marvel vs. Capcom would be a major inspiration to all the tag fighting games that would follow. And that brings us to the modern day, in which we have so many different tag fighters, all of which having very unique mechanics and characters that really anyone can find the one for them, the one that suits their style, their interest. With so many different games though, how do we categorize them? For this video, I'm going to say there are two general styles of tag fighters. The first one, we're going to call them tag out fighters. A tag out fighter can simply be defined as a fighting game where you tag characters out and bring in another character to fight in their place. This is done to preserve and to restore health. One of the mechanics between these types of fighting games is what's known as recoverable health or recoverable life. This is represented by a secondary color in the health bar of your character that will slowly replenish as that character stays out of the fight. So as long as that character is out of the fight, they are going to be constantly recovering that health. The second style we're going to call tag assist fighter. A tag assist fighter is when you can call out your secondary characters to perform an assist. When you call out an assist, they will temporarily perform an attack before returning off screen and going on a brief cooldown period.
There are many examples of tag fighting games that will utilize each of these mechanics individually, but many of them will use them both together.
Now that we've talked about the generals of this style of game, let's start talking about what personally drew me into these games and what I'm interested in telling you about today. The mechanics. Now, when I say mechanics, I'm talking about the elements of gameplay that players have learned over the years that have pushed this style of game to the competitive level that's at today. Let's start with something simple. Combo extensions. In basically every fighting game, you have what is simply known as a combo. You get a hit and you follow it up with more moves in a certain sequence or a route until you either drop it or you complete the route and you get your optimized damage. In a game like Street Fighter, you have very limited options for actually extending these combos though. usually requiring either very precise inputs or spending your super meter to further extend it and get more damage on that combo. In a tag fighter, you may also do the same where you spend your meter to extend your combo. However, you can also use your assist calls to extend that combo without expending your very limited super meter. As well as in combos, you can use your assist in what is known as block strings, so you can further extend your pressure, put yourself in an advantageous position, or to make your opponent guess in a 50-50 mix-up. So these assists seem strong, right? Why not just spam them as much as possible?
Oh! Yeah! Gets a happy birthday. Let's see if Havoc can bring this back.
It almost has 5 meters. This is actually terrifying. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. That's not gonna kill, but that's... I didn't think that would kill.
I've never cackled that fucking hard in my life.
God.
A happy birthday is a very funny term created by the FGC. This is when you hit both the primary and the secondary character when an assist is called out, resulting in both being locked into a combo, which most of the time will result in the early demise of whoever is caught. Along with the shame of being caught in one, a happy birthday can easily result in the loss of an early lead and will ultimately snowball the entire round into one's favor. But even more embarrassing is being hit with a Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas is similar to a Happy Birthday.
However, it is specific to when all 3 of your characters are caught in the same combo.
There we go.
Virgil playing the spoiler.
Chris D went for a TA. Oh, we got a Merry Christmas. That's it right there.
That's all 3?
That's all 3.
Oh my goodness.
Chris D went for a team.
Is someone gonna fall out? Doom survived? Oh
no.
My goodness.
This man just got a Merry Christmas in tournament. Killed all 3 characters.
Christmas.
Tag fighting games are great. If you've never played one before today and have any interest in fighting games, I'd recommend giving one of these games a try. Experienced or brand new to the scene, you'll find great enjoyment with any one of these games I talked about today. There's no better time than now to get into these games, with titles such as the League of Legends fighting game 2XKO, formerly known as Project L, or even the upcoming Hunter x Hunter fighting game, which many herald as the unofficial successor to the Marvel vs. Capcom series. And with that, I'm out.
Your hair looks in your eyes. If I could ever tell you that